Well, hello, Emma Cooper.
Hello, John Rose Adams.
Welcome to our podcast. I thought we should start off by letting you introduce yourself, your role at Cooperative Innovations, and a little bit about your background.
My name is Emma Cooper and I am a business development consultant at Cooperative Innovations. My background is in interactive media, so I've been working in interactive media for 20 years. I really care about interaction and user agency and how much fun users have interacting with whatever it is that they're doing.
What's Cooperative Innovations here to do?
It was set up by Brian and Simon in, I can't remember, 2016. We're 4 or 5 years old. To take advantage of the social nature of immersive technologies. So we are mainly interested in bringing people together online, bringing people together in immersive spaces.
Okay, well, let's talk about Storyland. Storyland is an R&D project that XR Stories were lucky to be involved in with you guys. What's the idea for Storyland? Where does it come from?
A big chunk of the work that I've produced in my life has been aimed directly at children as an audience. With immersive media, because of the hardware and some of the constraints, there's not been a lot of exploration in on how this works for children. So that was one key interest for me, was just let's do something in this space with children. We've spent the last, it's been over a year now, hasn't it? Working with Becky Parry and Anish at University of Sheffield and a group of families. The families have kind of become as a whole, they've come as a whole package into the research. So we've talked to them at length about their experience of games and media in general, and what they like and what they don't like about existing platforms such as Minecraft. And what we spend a lot of time doing is talking to the families about that and introducing them to VR. So we sent out, I think it was something like 13, 14 families got VR headsets sent to them, and they went on this exploration of what is VR and what does it mean to them. And we're just in the final stages of testing our first alpha with those families, which is really exciting and a bit daunting.
That's really exciting. Okay, so I had a little play with the alpha. But if you can describe it to our listeners, so you enter VR and boot up Storyland. What's in front of me?
What's in front of you is a living room, a cartoonified family living room, and then you get a voiceover, and it's our wonderful community manager Kevin being a narrator, and he's explaining to you what we're going to do. So one of the things that we wanted to explore with this app was narrative structure and children's understanding of narrative structure. So we had a look at kind of what is taught in narrative structure at what age and what stage, and we came to the conclusion that if we went with a fixed narrative structure and then let the children kind of create within that structure, it would be best. So you see Act 1. Act 1 is a story setup, and the story setup is fixed. We have created that because we needed to create some creative constraints for the children. And that setup is an octopus appears in your living room. Originally, in the design document, it was going to be a kraken appearing from a crack in the floor, because I like
Nice.
that as a creative conceit. After lots of talking backwards and forwards, we decided that that might be terrifying. And as it turns out, the octopus is quite terrifying. So yeah, an octopus arrives into the living room, and that's it. You're ready for Act 2, and you have some characters to choose from and some props to work with, and you have the ability to record a performance for Act 2. And then in Act 3, you're encouraged to do the same again, but create a conclusion and a reason for the octopus to go away. We've left it really open in many ways for lots of different reasons. One is we want to see what happens. We want to see what happens when children are kind of left with very little instruction. I'm a great believer in children are incredibly media savvy, and they know what they're doing. They play games all the time. They're on screens all the time. They know a lot more than they let on often. So we've left the structure very open.